Alright, Mr. Cantankerous. Guess what
I
I've
figured
got.
you'd be back. Neither of us is getting off this planet unless we work together. Now, I know the Sith military base had a break-in. And I know it was you. I know you've got those departure codes I need. So what do you say? We join forces, and I can get you inside Davik's base, and right to the Ebon Hawk. We can go right now.
I don't really trust him, but also he's the only get off this rock offer I've received. So that being said, getting off this planet is clearly key to the story. So the just because curious part of me is like, what happens if I click I'm not interested? Is it just like, okay, well, you spend the rest of your life on Taris. Game over. For Mandalore, Kendra's rules. Alright. Why not? Because I don't really have another choice, but how are we gonna get me inside Davik's estate?
Davik's always looking to recruit new talent. I'll tell him how you won that swoop race and mention that you're interested in working for the exchange. I'll say I brought you in so he could check you out. He'll have you stay at his estate for a couple of days while he runs some background checks on you. That's standard procedure.
This is too risky. We should find another way.
You got another plan, sister? Or are you just objecting because you didn't think of it?
No, I don't have another plan. I would rather not place my life in your hands, however.
I can say the same about you. That makes us even. Fortunately, we both want to get off this rock, right? While Davik's checking you out, we steal the Ebon Hawk and escape Taris. Come on. I've got an airspeeder nearby to take us to Davik's estate. The sooner we're off Taris, the better.
Evan says, I honestly feel like the Mandalorian series low-key ripped off Kendra's. Really? I haven't actually seen it. I have been a terrible, terrible Star Wars fan in the last decade or so. By which I mean, I still haven't seen any of the new movies. I say with air quotes because I'm well aware that they're not really new anymore, but plotline in Mandalorian Season 2, inspired by KOTOR, but I won't spoil it. Interesting. So then, out of curiosity, would you say it's a good thing that I haven't seen it? Or is it more like, would they give each other away? Or is it more like just, once I've played KOTOR, I'll recognize it if I ever watch that season? Decent show other than them stealing the Western vibe from the Kenobi Legends book. Haven't read that one either. Seen the original 6 at least twice each, some of them more than twice. And that's about it, actually. Oh, and I played a tabletop role-playing game that was Star Wars at one point. A very long time ago. It's cool if you play this first, you'd spot the plotline instantly and know what it is. Nice. Okay. Wait a second. What Davik's? I got a little distracted setting up the cat cam. Does he mean like a background check? Because I'm imagining like standing for a personal inspection by Davik, which on its own is just ugh. But also, if they're stealing and escaping while I'm being looked over by Davik, then that's not a great plan. I'm guessing it's just a like background check sort of thing though, looking me up. Since I just realized there's 3 lines, but no choices, so fair enough. Andrews has a special cybernetic implant that regenerates minor wounds. Okay. I'm a little surprised he's only level 5. Hang on a mission. Because I don't know what I'm gonna need. Gotcha. It's like, gang, feel out. If you want to make sure you're legit. Gotcha.
You summoned me, Lord Malik.
The search for Bastila is taking too long. We cannot risk her escaping Taris. Destroy the entire planet.
The entire planet, Lord Malik? But there are billions of people on Taris. We'd be slaughtering countless innocent civilians, not to mention our own men still on the surface.
Your predecessor once made the mistake of questioning my
Hey, Rick.
orders.
I'll catch up on chat in just a second.
Surely you are not so foolish as to make the same mistake.
Of course not, my Lord Malik. I will do as you command, but it will take several hours to position our fleet.
Then I suggest you begin immediately. You are dismissed, Admiral.
Yes, Lord Malik.
Well, shit, that escalated quickly.
So, Candaris, I see you've brought someone with you. Most intriguing, if I do say so myself. You usually travel alone.
It's not like you to take on partners, Taris. You're getting soft.
Watch yourself, Callow. You may be the newest Cath Hound in the pack, but you aren't top dog yet.
Enough. I won't have my top 2 men killing each other. That's not good business. I'm sure Candaris has an explanation as to why he's not working solo anymore.
This is a special case, Davik. I ran into someone the Exchange might want to recruit. You may have heard something of their exploits already.
Ah, yes. Now I recognize your companion. The rider who won the big swoop race. Very impressive.
Without exploding, too.
The heated battle afterwards.
I'm not gonna lie, Bastila was the only reason I survived the battle afterwards. I'm not even sure I did. It might have just been her standing, but hold on, let me catch up on chat real quick. Son says, I remember being up at like 4 a.m. on this part, glued to the TV in the dark. Nice. How's it going? Alright, good to see you. Yes, Ghost is very passed out at the moment. A southern accent from the glasses guy. Maybe a slight one? I live in an area where southern accents are pretty common, so I don't always notice. It could be. I'm trying to remember literally what he just said, but if he talks again, I'll let you know for sure. Any Nords from Skyrim existed in Star Wars. Usually if people say redneck accent, what they mean is southern. I mean, there are different, like, variations of southern accents, but that's sort of like, there are a bajillion different accents in the UK. I can't always tell them all apart. I imagine... Hell, I can't even tell different variations of Southern accents apart necessarily all the time. Let me see here. I'm thinking in gang terms now. That's Southern. Accent, yeah, so if you're hearing accent, it's probably Southern. Like I said, I don't even always notice because I grew up around kind of an equal mix of Southern accents and non-Southern accents, but the non-Southern is just like what I guess most Americans at least would consider like general American, or what people say is like without an accent, which I'm not sure is actually a real thing, but it gets the point across anyway. Do you? I wouldn't be surprised if it's that way in pretty much any either decently sized or decently like mixed country, regardless of the language. Son says, I grew up around people who say washcloth. Is that Midwest? Midwest? I feel like that's Midwest. Vary from town to regions. Project had to learn that double-crossers tend to end up dead. Seems like the sort of thing a gang leader would appreciate.
An important lesson to learn, no doubt. In my line of business, I've seen far too many people suffer for not understanding it. With the recommendation from Taris and a thorough background check, you could become part of the exchange. Many would kill to prove themselves worthy of this honor.
Sure, your offer intrigues me.
Come with me. I will give you a tour of my operations. I'm certain you'll be most impressed.
Guys better not leave without me.
The Ebonhawk, my pride and joy, the fastest ship in the Outer Rim. Note the state-of-the-art security system I've had installed to protect her. The shields are completely impregnable. Nobody can get past them without the codes to try and steal my baby. Unfortunately, the Sith military blockade has grounded my vessel. The Ebonhawk can outrun any vessel in the galaxy. But even she isn't fast enough to avoid the auto-targeting laser cannons of the orbiting Sith fleet. I am, of course, working on acquiring the Sith departure codes so that I may come and go as I please. However, progress has been slow. But we should continue our tour.
That sounded like Italian mobster there at the end a little bit.
These will be your accommodations. The slave quarters are just down the hall. If you need anything during your stay, food, a massage, feel free to call upon their services. If all goes well with your background check, you will be invited to join the exchange. I'd advise you to accept the offer when it comes, or suffer the dire consequences of refusal.
Now that you guys have me thinking about accents, I'm hearing Italian mob boss. Grandpa and your mom had different words for washcloth. I don't know anywhere near enough French to even try and pronounce those. Quote Arnold, I want your ship, your boots, and your armor. That would be good. I mean, hell, he can keep the boots. Give me the ship and the armor, I'll be good. And I heard all that in Arnold's voice, thank you. Davik is Canadian. Interesting. Cocos and maple syrup. Looking forward to working with you. I'm not going to ask if I'm a prisoner because that seems like the sort of question that I can figure out pretty quickly on my own. And asking might be a little bit sus.
You will stay in these rooms as my guest for the next few days. I will not accept no for an answer.
Well, maybe I am.
Feel free to visit the slave quarters at any time during your stay. I must warn you that if you are found anywhere outside the guest wing during your stay, or if you bother my other guests, my security forces will deal with you most harshly. I will return after the investigation into your background is complete. Until then, make yourself comfortable. Come, Callow. Let us leave our guests in peace.
Okay, we're inside. Now all we have to do is figure out a way to get past the Ebon Hawk security system, and we can get the rest of your group off this planet. No sense waiting around here, though. The sooner we get off Taris, the better.
I'm wondering if I should have brought my hacker bot with me. I don't actually know. This computer hacking is higher than missions, but I don't actually know which of them has higher security. Because hers is a 10, but he has the higher intelligence, so I don't know. I'm calling it he because it feels rude to call it it. It is a companion now, after all. Sounds like a mafia to me. Pretty much. Things were formidable. Nowhere near the level of the Hutt cartel. I'm known weird underworld. No, they're helping people paying their debts. Come on. Helping pay their debts is an interesting way of putting it. Throne room. They have a throne room. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but still. Okay.
Welcome to the slave quarters, fair mistress. I mean no disrespect, but perhaps one of the male slaves could serve your needs better.
With some incentive. Hey, what's a shoulder, a finger, a knee? You finally off it. Hey, Tony Hawk, thanks for the follow. Welcome in.
Welcome to the slave quarters, mistress. Here we have succulent fruits and berries to tempt your palate, as well as luxurious baths to soothe your aches and pains.
Wow, this guy's gorgeous. Havoc sure knows how to make him.
Would you like a relaxing massage, mistress? Whatever your desire, we are here to serve.
Need some information.
But what could I possibly tell you? It is forbidden for slaves to leave this room on pain of torture and death.
I overthought... Is she? Wasn't sure how... I knew she was young, but I wasn't sure There is an exact age. Sounds about right, though. I overthought the bribe option last time, and it ended up turning into the whole thing. I'm not even sure I have... I guess I just pulled some credits out of the crate, so maybe I do have 50 credits now. But if it's forbidden for them to leave the room, I have a hard time imagining that 50 credits would do them a whole lot of good. Unless they're allowed to, like, buy their own freedom or something. I'll tell Davik how pleased I was with your performance.
Praise from the guests is a valuable commodity here.
Yeah.
Davik rewards the slaves who perform their duties well. I will tell you what I know. Davik rarely lets us leave the slave quarters. We only know what we hear from Davik's guests. Recently, they've all been talking about poor Hudro. He was caught trying to steal some spice from the lab. Normally, Hudro is allowed to get away with things like that, because he's Davik's personal pilot for the Ebon Hawk. But since the Sith have grounded every ship on the planet, Hudro doesn't get any more special treatment. They've locked him up in Davik's torture chambers.
Where is this torture chamber?
I think you can get there through the hall behind the west door of Davik's throne room. Just keep going west from the slave quarters, and you'll see the throne room. But Davik's certain to have guards patrolling the area. If you leave the guest wing, they'll shoot you on sight. Please, I don't know anything else.
Thanks, Obi. Good to see you. Appreciate you stopping in and chatting for a little while.
Of course. Return whenever you wish to partake of what we offer here. We exist only to serve.
Okay, well. For a slave who's not allowed to leave...
Huh?
Mr. Cantankerous.
I'm here.
There we go. Don't know how that worked, but it did. For a slave who's not allowed to leave the room, he has a remarkably impressive mental layout of everything.
Yeah? Gotcha.
Hey!
Simple.
What's the idea of barging in here? Get out of here, I'll call the guards.
Pudu.
The guards? Slaves aren't allowed out of the slave quarters. Can't let them
Hey,
see me
baby,
here.
wait! I wasn't actually going... Damn it! Okay, great. You just scared off my date for the night. So you better explain yourself before I lose my temper and call the guards.
I don't know how much money I have, but it's not very much. I have a feeling 50 credits is probably significantly over half of it, if I had to guess. No need to call the guards, I just got lost.
No way, you're not getting out of this mess that easy. You can explain yourself to the guards, if you live long enough for them to question you.
Well, that didn't go well. He can treat his own injuries pretty well, but he's blind as a bat, apparently. Ooh. Oh, good. He's already maxed out on heavy weapons. That's very useful, because I have some of them that I haven't been able to give anybody. Oops, I didn't mean to click on. Makes sense. Of course he has his own repeating blaster that's way better than anything I can give him. Of course he does. So I know you can do Dex melee. Does it work the same way for strength and range? Like it's where as long as his strength is higher than his Dex, then it'll use strength for range. Yeah, that too.
Huh? This is what I knew.
Well, shit. I was hoping that since we kept him from going out the door, maybe he wouldn't have a chance to call for the guards, but...
Yeah.
Well, so much for not getting into battles with guards. Oh, I have 123 credits. Okay. Well, that's better than I thought I was doing.
Huh? Hey there. What can I do for you? Okay, have it your way. Yeah? Gotcha.
Who are you? Why are you here? Get out, or we call guards. Sorry, wrong room?
Yun pati sa
Ow,
Chiwak
don't bother
at
me more.
Aita kang Kijiyokaku.
I'm here.
Yes, but you still have a footlocker. Is the thing. At least he didn't actually call the guards.
Yeah? Gotcha. Simple.
Oh hey, nobody insulting us in this one.
What?
Irvin says, so I want to say at this point mission is like 14. So you're basically Batman with the teen sidekick. I gotta say, for a 14-year-old, she sure as hell is useful.
Huh?
Hmm?
Huh? Gotcha. Simple.
Ooh, I got a plus or minus 1 Pazak card. That's cool.
Gotcha. Simple.
Datapad. Ooh, 100 credits. More Pazak. Sweet. What this datapad says. Datapad contains a record of Kalinord's trophy kills, sentient and otherwise. Last entry is an account of a recent rancor hunt. The rancor lacked in intelligence it made up for in size, strength, and ferocity. Conventional blasters were all but useless against its impenetrable hide. I was forced to resort to more unorthodox methods to bring the beast down. Well-placed mines near a watering hole were the first step, their explosions hurting the creature into... Hello. Oh. Your cat has appeared on the desk. Oh. Come say hi. Hurting the creature into a dead-end canyon, where I lay in wait, perched among the rocks. For a guy who says like 3 words ever, he sure is verbose in his writing. As soon as the rancor was below me, I dropped down onto its massive neck. It reared back, bucking and clawing in an effort to dislodge me, but I had the perfect position. Unable to shake me, the monster opened its mouth in an outraged howl. I was able to flip several frag grenades down its gaping maw. The explosion blew me clear of the shredded corpse, but luckily the head was still intact. If I take it to Taris, I'm sure Davik will mount it in his trophy room, along with the other heads I have collected for him. Davik's also expressed interest in hiring me. I may take him up on his offer, even though I still have yet to claim the greatest hunting trophy of all. Pearl from one of the great dragons of Tatooine. Are dragons on Tatooine? Holy shit. They sell real-life Pazak decks on Etsy? Oh, that is fun. That's very fun. Okay. He said to the west of throne room. Somebody back there, but it's probably somebody that's gonna attack me. The loot goblin part of me really wants to clear out every room for the sake of looking for treasures and stuff. But the part of me that is very curious about the next part of the story is just like, fuck it. Let's just find the goods and get out. Hold on, now I need directions again. I remembered west of the throne room, and then promptly forgot all the rest of it. Uh-oh. I have a very sleepy kitty just draped on my arm. What are you doing? Thank you. Alright, have a good night, Revan. Thanks again for the follow. And the tips and such. Shit, I'm very surprised they didn't put the directions I got from the slave guy in... Oh wait, hold on. I thought it would be out of the dialogue by now, but maybe not. Hop behind the west door of Davik's throne room. Just keep going west. Oh, okay. He told me how to get to the door, but not... Or to the hall, but not where to go after that. Fair enough. Uh-oh.
Yeah?
Take that! Take that!
Ooh, computer pass card. Oops. I'm doing the not moving thing again. I forgot to try and just hold down W. Oh well. These are all standard doors. If I was gonna have a torture chamber, I would have it at least lightly secured. Right?
What?
Really?
Gotcha.
How
Simple.
dare you invade my chambers?
Or maybe not.
How rude! I am a personal guest of Davik himself. I left specific instructions that you guards were not to disturb me until morning. How can Davik expect me to invest in his ventures with this kind of incompetence on display? I should summon the other guards and report you to your commanding officer.
Can't figure out whether it's to our advantage or not that he seems to have mistaken us for guards. Overinflated windbag. He really is too. Davik just wanted me to make sure you didn't need anything.
Well, I suppose I can forgive the intrusion in this case. Tell Davik
I imagine you
admire
can.
a host who has his underlings check up on the well-being and comfort of his guests.
Uh-huh.
I don't require anything right now. You can tell Davik everything about my stay has been most pleasing so far. Here's a 5-credit chip for your trouble, sir.
Thanks. I'll take your tip.
Now scurry on back to Davik. If I find I have need of anything, I'll buzz you. Until then, I expect you to respect my privacy.
I mean, you didn't close the door, so... Ooh. Make that a 505 credit tip.
What?
He had the vibe of a rich bloke about him. Ooh. That's some goodies in that one. I was just clearing the end of the hallway on the map so that I don't think that there's uncleared space there later. Oh, we found the torture room.
Yeah. Take that!
I should have done... Damn it. I should have done energy shield before I did all of that. Oh well.
Take that! Yeah? Now that... Take that!
Well,
I'm
I
here.
thought we were on for sure in that at that point. Hey, Boondocks kick ass. Welcome in. How's it going? I'm doing all right, thanks. How about you? I'm doing better than my characters at the moment, anyway. I assume... Yeah, okay.
Huh?
Do with a regular med pack, but for now anyway. Good, can't sleep though. Ooh, I'm sorry. Want to see if anyone was live with Kotor. Well, here I am. I'm stumbling my way through my very first playthrough with help from chat. I'm quite enjoying myself. Despite being obnoxiously... I almost said sticky. What I meant was squishy. Right, okay.
Thank you. You have no idea what it was like in that torture cage. I don't know how much more I could take before going mad.
I mean, we do need a pilot. I'm gonna have faith in the game, though. I hope that if I butter him up a little bit, it's not gonna stiff me out of my chance to ask him. I couldn't just sit by and let you suffer.
I don't have anything to give you as a reward for freeing me.
You have your skill,
tangible,
though.
Anyway. But I've got information that could be worth a fortune. I used to be the pilot of the Ebonhawk, Davik's flagship.
I know.
I know the codes to disable the security system protecting it. I'll load them onto your datapad now. You can use those codes to steal the Ebonhawk right out of its hangar. Sell it to the highest bidder, ransom it back to Davik. Whatever you do, you'll make thousands.
Can I ask you some questions?
Questions? Please. I've already told you the only useful thing I know. Just let me go before Davik figures out I'm missing.
I'm actually really surprised there isn't a whole "you want to pilot this thing for us" thing. I guess someone among us is a good enough pilot. Alright, you're free to go.
It won't be long until Davik figures out I'm free. I have to get out of this base before that
Again,
happens.
kinda seems like we had the easy answer to that, but okay.
We've got what we came for. We should get going.
Alright. Let's do that then. Oh. Interesting. That wasn't actually labeled as barracks before. Well, I guess that answers my question about whether I want to open that door or not. The answer being no. No, quite not. Well, shit. There was more than one barracks, apparently. There's so many of them. See, when it comes to stuff like this, I have just enough of a completionist and loot goblin in me that part of me is tempted. Like, I don't want to leave any stone unturned or any corner unpilfered. But also, I've been level 3 for what feels like an eternity, and I'm ready to move on to the next part of the story where I get to do new cool stuff. I am a little weary of struggle busting my way through all these encounters. The fastest way to do that is to get off this planet. So, we're gonna pretend that never happened. At least I'm not... ran past that open doorway when I came from over here, and they didn't see me, so I'm hoping that if I hug this wall, they sight enough. Goodness gracious. It truly is a litmus test for if you have the patience of a Jedi. Well, I've probably failed that test by now, to be perfectly honest, but I suppose it depends on whether this counts as patient enough. Also, I will just throw out there, for anybody who's watching on YouTube or Twitch, the multi-chat is on the screen as an overlay. Because I don't always remember to mention which platform I'm responding to when I'm responding to chat messages.
Yeah.
Eight to damage. Right ahead.
Yeah?
That wasn't how I thought that was gonna go. I did it again. Second stream in a row where I have accidentally frozen myself mid-flip. AKA caught myself accidentally hanging from the ceiling. Okay, they're tag teaming. Weirdly, I actually seem to be more or less holding my own. Given some of the other guys we've run into, I expected this fight to be harder than it ended up being, honestly.
What?
Hey Dallas, how's it going? My character is level 3. Everybody else is level 7. Oh. I forgot about the access card already. Okay, so even with the pass, it still takes spikes to do stuff. That makes sense. It's a little unfortunate, but it does still make sense. Another security terminal there, but so far everywhere I've been that has multiple security terminals, they all seem to do the same thing. There was another option by terminal? Poison everyone. Yeah. I am indeed banking levels. To the best of my ability. Said I was just saying how I'm very tired of being level 3, and it's actually starting to override the completionist loot goblin in me that wants to check every single corner in case there's something collectible that I can use to overload my inventory. I'm actually like skipping rooms because I'm like, okay, I'm tired of fighting people at level 3. I'm ready to move on to the next thing so I can do more interesting stuff. Hangar. Oh, that's us. Okay. No, I don't want to gas that room. Definitely not. Ah, that was the room I accidentally walked into earlier where I was like, we're just going to pretend that didn't happen. Guest room. Are you level 3? I just haven't been leveling up because I was told pretty early on that if you level up while you're on Taris, then that's fewer like Jedi levels that you get to use later. I don't remember the exact stuff. I think it's maximum level of 20. But I think somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I was told you can get up to level 11 even while on Taris or something like that, where then you don't get to play around with as many levels as a Jedi later on. So I've been doing it the slog way and letting my companions carry me. Mostly that part. Okay. I don't see anyone in the hangar. Ooh. Disable hangar security does not require spikes, so I'm assuming that's the codes word. Okay, 20 max.
Damn those Sith, they're bombing the whole planet. I knew they'd turn on us sooner or... Wow, look what we got here. Thieves in a hangar. So, you figured you'd just steal my ship for your getaway and leave me high and dry while the Sith turn the planet into dust? Sorry, but that ain't gonna happen.
I'll take care of them, Davik. I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
What you got against me, Cal?
Call the Sith mean business. If we don't get to our ships and find somewhere safe, the bombs they're dropping will kill us all.
You should have seen this one coming. This is gonna be a tough one, I think. Check and see if sniper shot reduces chance to hit. Does not. Not at full hit points, but she's higher than she. Kill both of them and loot them. That's the goal. And I've forgotten what the cryoban grenades do. Twenty points of cold, 6 seconds of paralyzation, 4 meters, DC 15 for half damage. Oh. They're far enough apart, I have a feeling I'm gonna need a grenade each, basically. Wait, hold on. I almost forgot that energy shields are a thing that we have. Uh-oh. Well. Well, there's indeed another arena battle, just like all the other ones I lost. It makes me wonder if I should have gone in that side room, like maybe I had a couple more grenades or something. I did say I didn't want to use the Sith energy shield until it was a real battle. Might end up using a disruptor rifle for the first time this entire game. Because I have a feeling if I try and run across the arena to them, I'm gonna die before I get there. So even though my stats are way better, melee weapons, I can use the disruptor rifle. Thank you, Ulrich. I appreciate the vote of confidence. She has 3 on her energy shield. He has 4. I only have 2, but mine's currently better, so. Interesting. Oh, that's the spice thingy. Where I almost walked in before. Okay.
Huh?
Get her back up to at least closer to full health.
What?
Let's try this again.
Damn those Sith, they're bombing the whole planet. I knew they'd turn on us sooner or... Wow, look what we got here. Thieves in a hangar. So, you figured you'd just steal my ship for your getaway and leave me high and dry while the Sith turn the planet into dust? Sorry, but that ain't gonna happen.
I'll take care of them, Davik. I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
Make it quick, Carlo. The Sith mean business. If we don't get to our ships and find somewhere safe, the bombs they're dropping will kill us all.
Wanted to make sure his hit bonus was high enough to justify losing a couple points on rapid shot. Mine probably is not. And it'd only be a +1 to hit, so. Oh. I should have done a heal while I was paused. Damn it.
Huh?
Maybe I should have given her the disruptor rifle. think I've even broken through his shield yet.
Huh?
Oh no, it's a pain in the ass. Have I mentioned that? Fuck. Well, there goes my tank. Train the boy. Bring on Jin. Right. Actually, no, because I'm unconscious. Damn it. I was gonna see if I could switch my weapon. Hold on. I'm out of advanced med packs. Well. Huh. She does have a higher to hit with the disruptor rifle than I do. Yeah, probably her dex. Okay. I think if there's anything else I can do short of opening every door in here and hoping I find more grenades, which seems like a long shot, honestly. A long shot for which I will probably pay with medpacks.
Damn those Sith, they're bombing the whole planet. I knew they'd turn on us sooner or... Wow, look what we got here. Thieves in a hangar. So, you figured you'd just steal my ship for your getaway and leave me high and dry while the Sith turn the planet into dust? Sorry, but that ain't gonna happen.
I'll take care of them, Davik. I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
Make it quick, Carlo. The Sith mean business. If we don't get
I
to our
finally got
ships and
these
find
teeth
somewhere
ripped out
safe,
this
the
morning.
bombs
I
they're
think it's gonna
dropping
be
will
tender
kill
for a
us
while.
all.
Yeah, probably, but I'm glad you got it taken care of at least. Okay, she's the one with the disruptor rifle. I like how we all did that in unison, though. That was pretty cool looking. Is stun a repeating save? Like if I give her one of the, I also just remembered a thing I have. If I give her one of the, like, adrenal whatevers, could that help her pass, like, a stun save faster, or is it a preset amount of time where she's just gonna be stunned for that long regardless? I guess my question is, does the length of time she spends stunned, is that affected by her bonus to save out of it? Or is it she gets a chance to save once, and if she doesn't save, then she's stunned for X amount of time? That might... Hopefully that was a clearer question. The kitty cat has escaped the cat cam and is now at my feet. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Thank you.
You may have me outnumbered
hey.
and outgunned, but if I'm going down, I'm taking all of you with me. This thermal detonator will blow us all to bits.
Great.
Damn those Sith! They'll bring this whole hangar down around our ears.
Did I just fall over as the battle's ending? Duration of the item might be. It's on the grenade description. Okay, gotcha. I didn't catch what it was that.
Yeah?
I just promptly faint. Oh wait, no, I'm back. Can get shot by the bombardment. Good to know. Actually, before I do this, let me ask. If you do get hit by the bombardment, is it, like, instant death, or is it, like, regular, like, hit point damage? Because if it's hit point damage, I'll probably use most of my med packs getting everybody back up to full before I unpause. But if it's gonna kill me anyway, then I'm just gonna save and carry on. The kitty cat is currently crouched between my arms. The one hand on the mouse and the one hand on the keyboard. Between me and the keyboard. He found himself a perfect little square of space to loaf. Okay. Oh, you've had Davik get insta-killed by the bombardment before? That's funny. In that case, I won't use mid-packs getting myself back up to full. I'll save them for if I get knocked down repeatedly.
What?
My tank isn't full, so... Kinda like that.
What?
Oh, come on. Hey, my sweetie boy.
Yeah.
Can't move mission around myself. Hold on.
Huh?
There we go. I knew he had to have some good gear on him. Visor, war suit, heavy blaster, energy shield. Cool. Pausing because I'm having to do everything with just my left hand. Guess Callow didn't leave any remains at all. Now where's the door to this silly ship? And then get on the ship. Yes, that is very much next objective. Turn solo mode off.
What?
Aid with canvas, since I don't know exactly where I'm going. Over on this side? Basically the far side from where I'm standing.
Huh?
Oh, right there. Ah, I see. And I see the thingy now. Ow, easy. Cancel.
Yeah?
Let's get this ship fired up. We'll pick up the rest of your friends and then we'll have to get off this planet.
I fainted in the time it took me to click the yes. Get on the ship. Board the Ebonhawk and not die. Nah.
Taris is defenseless against our assault, Lord Malik. They are offering no resistance. The city is in ruins.
Resume the bombardment, Commander. Wipe this pathetic planet from the face of the galaxy.
My Lord Taris does not have the improved taxis. Taris edition. Is there a bomb on the planet? That's a good question. Why not offer resistance? Maybe shoot a blaster in the sky or something.
Plot a course for Dantooine. There's a Jedi enclave there where we can find refuge.
Incoming fighters!
Quickly, to the gun turrets. You have to hold the Sith fighters off until we get those hyperspace coordinates punched in.
Not saying it would change the outcome, just saying. How do you know they didn't, though? Am I supposed to be doing things? Apparently yes, since that's a pause. Mouse doesn't seem to be moving things. Great, from a cesspool of criminals to a bunch of stealing kids' monks. Am I just waiting until something crosses in front of my shooting thingy and clicking? They didn't give me a tutorial for this one. And also, do I have to be good? Or do I just sit here until I eventually get enough of them or something? Not really. The amount of movement you're seeing... Oh, keys. Oh, that was a space rock. I think. Hey, I think I got one.
We're hit! Damage is critical. The Hawk won't hold.
I think I answered my question about whether I have to be good at it. The answer is apparently yes. Yeah, no, I realized it paused like the normal combat, except it used I hit escape is what paused it. So I knew I was paused. I was trying to figure out if there was, if I was expected to move the targeting thing around, or whether it was supposed to be just sit there and shoot, and also whether I needed to be good or not, which has now been answered. Why was my last autosave 17 hours and 28 minutes instead of 18? You're gonna make me go through the movie every time I lose. Yeah, mouse would be a lot easier too. Like, left and right, given how fast everything is moving, left and right is hard enough to keep up with, and then also up and down with W and S is like, whoa. Okay, she did already get the loot.
Huh?
Yes, yes, I wish to board.
Let's get this ship fired up. We'll pick up the rest of your friends and then we'll have to get off this planet.
Taris is defenseless against our assault, Lord Malik. They are offering no resistance.
I can't skip the movies, apparently.
The city is in ruins.
Resume the bombardment, Commander. Wipe this pathetic planet from the face of the galaxy.
Part of them I can skip, I guess.
Plot a course for Dantooine. There's a Jedi enclave there where we can find refuge.
Incoming fighters.
Quickly, to the gun turrets. You have to hold the Sith fighters off until we get those hyperspace coordinates punched in.
Of course I can't save. No Karis voice from somewhere? The Admiral guy? I wasn't paying attention to his name. Oh. Saeed from Mass Effect. Then has all the answers. Okay. I hope we get to hear him talk again. It's been a minute. You guys will give me just a second. I can hear the kitty cat poking at his food bowl, so I'm gonna go get him some dinner real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Hey Vanessa, how's it going? Hated this part. Yeah. I feel like it would inherently be a lot less annoying if it would have given me a half a second to make save between being in the hangar and now. Fortunately, I have a save where all I have to do is run across the the thing, but or run across the hangar. Still, that means I have to go through the movie every time. Uber, how's it going? Are you thinking the Discord bot? Yeah, no tutorial for minigame after boss and movie. Yep. Experimenting with shooting elements before Mass Effect. Yep. Dallas says hi. You know, that was it, you. He says hello. He was delivering me popcorn. Thank you, by the way. Alright. Also, the pause button is different. It's space in every other battle. But here it's escape, which is interesting because escape is much harder to hit with your fingers on WASD. You guys done yet? I hope I never run out of ammo, because... Hey, I got one. Oh. I think I accidentally just clicked through a movie, too, because...
Dantooine.
They had me spamming click.
Since I last set foot on her surface. Though in truth, it's only been a few months. We should be safe from Malik here. For now, at least.
Safe? You saw what his fleet did to Taris. There wasn't a building over 2 stories high left standing. They turned the planet into one big pile of rubble.
Even the Sith would think twice before attacking Dantooine. There are many Jedi here, including several of the most powerful masters of the Order. There is great strength within this place.
Oh, but... wondering who that was. Yeah, that's Genoa. Uber also says Genoa. Easy. That's one way of putting it. I do wish that the skip cutscene button wasn't the same as the shoot gun button, because how on earth? Especially since there's no progress on the screen, so you have no idea how close you are to the end of the shoot fighters bit. And then it just stops, but Dallas says, "That's great, kid. Don't get cocky." That sounds like a Varric. Like a Varric. I hear that in Varric's voice in my head. See that cutscene more than once, don't worry. Okay, fair enough. No, cars. They turned the city into a glass floor, seems like. Not bad, how about you? Pretty good, Vanessa, thanks. Surviving? Finally got off Taris? You know, stuff's good. Bell says there's a radar on the bottom left. Oh, is there? Once again. Oh yeah, see, I was too busy trying not to get us all blown up. I didn't even see the radar. That probably would have helped. Maybe if they'd forced me to go through the movie a third time, I would have seen it at that point, but yeah. Oh well. I was so busy half reading chat and half registering that I just skipped something that I missed Karth's argument completely. I'm guessing it's basically the opposite, though. That we should not stop here. I mean, movement has safety to it, but only if you're hard to track down. And this is a futuristic universe that presumably has ways of sending messages ahead of wherever we're going, so everybody's looking for us. Jedi does seem more safe. I do kind of hate it when I get forced into siding with somebody, especially this early in a game when you just know that whoever you don't side with is going to be grouchy about it, whether or not you have good reasons. Kind of drops the player in that. One of the few criticisms you had with the game. Good to know. I'm not surprised it's a criticism you had with the game. But I think it speaks well to the rest of the game that it's one of the few. Minigames, yeah. Chris is gonna get all grumpy and obnoxious, but I did miss part of what his justification for his argument was, and I have a hard time imagining anywhere safer from Sith than surrounded by Jedi, so.
We can get supplies here and recuperate. The Academy is a place of mental and spiritual healing. Something we could all use after what we've been through.
Maybe you're right. It isn't easy to witness the annihilation of an entire planet. I know Mission must be taking it pretty hard.
She will find a way to come to terms with her grief. She's stronger than she appears. We just need to give her time. Now I must go speak with the Council. I need their advice on recent developments. After I've met with them, I will meet you outside the ship.
One of the minigames has a tutorial. Okay. Translation, be glad you got one for Pazak and don't expect any more. Got it.
I've spoken briefly with the Council. They request an audience with you. We should go at once.
An audience with the Jedi Council? It's pretty unusual for someone who isn't even a Jedi. What's this about, Bastila?
I'm sorry, Karth, but I cannot tell you. All I ask is that you trust in the Force and the wisdom of the Council.
Well, I don't like being left out of the loop, but I'm not looking to get you in any trouble with the Jedi Masters. We'll do things your way for a while.
Come, they're expecting us. I will lead you to the Council chambers.
Karth gets one reasonability point in his favor, in my mind. For not being a total brat about that. This blew your mind on OG Xbox. Ah, the Jedi's in there. I need Council approval. Yep. Until you have talked with the Jedi Council, you'll be unable to switch characters in and out of the party. Okay. What item did I lose? So, now that you've finally given me a chance to say it, let me do that. I spelled that right. I think I only have +2 decks anyway. Davik spent lavishly on his safety, and many a bounty hunter ended up dead in the streets for underestimating both his will to live and the protective qualities of his armor. Ooh. 4 out of 5 uses. One better than even the Sith. Energy, sonic, cold, heat, and electrical damage. Up to 40 points total. Nice. Bonus feat improved power blast. Designed to enhance the user's ability to target and deal damage when using a blaster. Okay. Not for me, but easily be good for someone else. Speaking of which, let me switch back to my accustomed weapons. Where did I pick up a second vibro sword? I assume the game takes away any Taris quest items. Oh, yeah, that probably makes sense. Well, the Twisted Rancor trio was the key to a puzzle. It didn't take that one away, and it didn't take away the data pad with Kalinor's trophy kills. But it... does seem to have taken away... yeah. It does seem to have taken away the other data pad and a number of other quest stuff, so... I don't know why I get to keep the Twisted Rancor trio story, but looks like you are correct about the rest of it. Ooh, shiny purple armor. Like it. Now we gotta do a quick run around and see if there's anything. I can't run under the ship, it turns out. Davik should have spent more money on better ship point defense. One turret gun, my dude! Note to everyone. Listen to Dallas when it comes to ship defense, not Davik, because Dallas is correct, and Davis was dumb. Okay, looks like nothing to pick up or whatever. I didn't really expect there to be, since I can't even switch companions until... Oh, you have a name. Greetings, Sentient. May I take a moment of your time for a question? Rompy Kitty, welcome in. How's it going? Oh, how you missed this game. Dallas says, I mean, it's a smuggler ship, but still, it would mean that you could only defend against fighters on one side of the ship. Yeah. Which was my problem if you saw me spinning around in circles just spam clicking. That was exactly my problem. If I get to ask you something in return. As you desire, though I suspect there's little information I possess that would be of use to an off-worlder such as yourself. I represent a human citizen of Dantooine by the name of Rundil of Sulem. His ranch has had a considerable difficulty with Mandalorian raiders for years. His young daughter was kidnapped by those raiders many years ago and has not been returned. Might you have news of her? Her name is Sasha. You actually believe she's still alive? It's not customary for the Mandalorians to terminate their captives, so I hope Sasha has escaped or been sold into slavery. So I may yet locate her. How many years ago did you say? A reward for this news? I wish there were sentient, for the possibility of a reward would certainly make my search much easier. Since it started kidnapping, however, the human associate I work for has fallen on difficult times. He has no credit to offer. Fair enough. That'd be way too coincidental if we just... We'd still implore you to offer information if you have it, of course. I'm too nice not to. Sasha is missed by her family and I desire very much to reunite them. Did he at any point say... anything that would help identify her? Other than her name? I had no idea who you're talking about. I'll have to continue my search. Robbie Kitty says, are you excited for the new Star Wars game? Looks like XCOM, but a Star Wars version. Alice, as much as Disney Star Wars exhausts me, the concept of an XCOM-like Star Wars game does sound interesting. I haven't played XCOM, but I've seen Dallas play a little bit of it, I believe. I don't really know anything about it. And by not really, I mean really not at all. But I'm always intrigued. Are problems with Mandalorians common on Dantooine? I understand they are, though I know little of the history behind this conflict. Someone native to this planet could tell you more. Isn't this something the local authorities should handle? Dantooine has little in the way of local authorities, Simpson. I asked the Jedi of the Enclave to intervene, but they have far more pressing concerns to attend to. As is often the way on this planet, if a citizen wishes to accomplish something, they must seek to do it themselves. What did you do? Speaking... kitties. New friends in chat, this is Ghost. I think he just almost unplugged the monitor I have chat on because it went black for a second while he was poking around back there. They just recently announced it, so not a lot of info. XCOM hates its players. It kind of makes sense for Rebels versus Empire setting, if that's what they go with. XCOM puts the player in the underdog scenario. Perfect for Rebel Alliance kind of thing. Oh, that is perfect. Is there anything of interest on Dantooine that you can tell me about? There's no large urban center on Dantooine, if that's what interests you. I find the variety and number of natural habitats to be most intriguing, however. If you get the chance, I would urge you to explore the planet's ranges in more detail. They're quite beautiful. You have 3 cats. That's awesome. He is my one and only, but he has probably enough personality for 3. At least 2. Yes. Ow. Easy. Be gentle. Yes. Dallas, I saved basically the second they gave me control back, and then I saved again after I switched armor. Tell my girlfriend who I'm introducing older RPGs to save always and often. Yes. Yes. I am anytime I get nervous, I start compulsively saving and resaving. Just out of habit. I will keep my eye out for your girl. I would appreciate that, essentially.